All right, y'all. Name, please be back at it. And this one I want to talk about droughts, not getting laid, and the whole discussions of getting laid. So, oh shit, I almost busted my ass. All right, but we know like on the internet these days, there's always discussions about like how to get women out of this. And it's so ridiculous. Like, how is this even like a thing that would like be like it's even a thing these days? Like, I mean, like it's not. I mean, anytime in society there can always be like some phenomenon or whatever, some issue, blah blah blah, whatever. But I don't know. It's just like it is kind of crazy that like there's so much like attention. All these podcasts these days about relationships and all this nonsense. It's so crazy. Like how people like had this shit together, and it's like, and these days it's falling apart. But anyway, from a perspective of a man, because obviously most men like don't get laid, and even people as a whole, not just young people, but like everyone is just having less sex than ever apparently, which is kind of hard to believe, like because we live in such a sexualized world. But that's probably explains why, because when everything is sexualized, like people just have less sex probably, and there's like sex toys and this website and blah, OnlyFans, whatever, blah blah blah. But I think one of the good things about not getting laid as a man is like, because as a man you have to like earn sex, or like you have to like be of a certain level a lot of times, or you have like it's like so many, especially as your regular guy, like you might have to get yourself looks to a certain way in your game, and it's just all this shit like leading up to it, where a woman can just kind of just walk up to a guy and it'll probably be yes. But the thing with that, which is like so nice about it for men, is that besides like the fact that it might be a struggle, that might be like some might see this as a bad thing, the good things that you could kind of use it as like a way to put your life together. Because you have to ask yourself, like, how can I be in a world with all these women and I'm just not getting laid? Like, how is that even possible? Like, or not even how is it possible, like, why is it happening? Like, and because like people talk about like the point of, some people say the point of life is like to have offspring, whatever. And so if that's like the point, how's like your life like set up like that way? Like it's just not happening. Like how does it even happen? And so it makes you like think, like what can you do to put it together to the point it would happen? Because okay, obviously from an individual perspective, you wouldn't say just getting laid is the point of life. I don't mean that. But I mean more in a sense like the way your life is set up right now, like is there a reason like why you're not getting laid? Like, and that's like a good question to ask. Like, are you focused on something important? It's like you're not living like a regular life, or like are you out doing something else, or not living like to your fullest potential where it wouldn't happen? But anyway, like that's just like questions you can like ask. Like it's just like, and it really just helps you see where you're at, and put things in perspective for yourself in a good way. But yeah, and there's like a lot of other things that go along with that at the same time. For example, one thing I like even like realized, like, I mean, besides like anything you could complain about, like women are this, that, and they have options, blah, blah, blah. I mean, like some of the things you have to really ask yourself, like, do you even like really want them? So I feel like if you live in a situation where like the women were really desirable, you would get them. Like you just, I don't know, you figured out somehow like a way to get them. So like maybe a part of it is that like a lot of women today aren't like really desirable. Like I think when men complain about the women being so undesirable, I think that's what it really comes down to. Like you're complaining is like a manifestation that you don't really want them. Like there's something undesirable about them. So there's a lot of shit out here, but that's interesting. So I think I'm gonna end it on that. Something to think about. Catch you on the flip.